The meltdown is epic. Guys, welcome to another video here in the channel. And I was just watching everyone freaking out over in Spectrum, the forum for Star Citizen. Well, here you have the reaction from Starfield. And it goes on and on. It's non-ending. Even the ones that don't talk about that are about Starfield. Starfield is everything Star Citizen should be, says one. And it has a damn list of course, all the obvious things that we know of the possibility of building your own home, your own outpost, real exploration, varied missions and locations, ship-to-ship docking, supposedly introduced in Star Citizen in 2021, with a Merlin detaching from... Yeah, and you know... Typical of Star Citizen and CIG, ship-to-ship docking, that is something that they're planning on eventually releasing. Yes, another ship. You will need the Legionnaire to do the docking thing. So it's all revolving always about ship sales. So you will have to buy eventually a ship to do the docking thing, but not in Starfield. In Starfield, that is part of the game. And it goes on. Character creation with more options and... more than 100 unique star systems and people freaking out. Don't compare it. They're different. It's not the same thing. Someone replies over, yeah, one is a real game. The other one is just a tech demo. This is some comical shit. Loyalty to a fucking video game. What a bizarre world one must inhabit for that to seem rational. It's coping mechanism and automatic reaction to someone dragging an emotional investment across the pavement by the hair. Dude, instead of buying pixels, buy a new HDD so you can play both games. And this is something that you see some of the white knights go out. You go play both. It's actually no, you can't play both. I mean, you can have both games. You can buy them, you can install them. But then you have to make a decision. You cannot play both at the same time. And this is something that developers know very well. Yeah, you can buy it, but you will only play one at a time. And usually you play the one that you enjoy the most. And when people play Starfield and realize that they're having fun, that there's a story, that there's so many elements that simply do not exist in Star Citizen, well, that's what they'll keep on playing. And it will have an impact. Some people are fantasizing about, oh, it's going to be destroying Star Citizen. And others are saying, oh, it's completely different. This is so much better. Single player, this is another typical Nix. Single player, just like every other decent game that comes out in the last decade. I'm sure that people who enjoy single player games will have fun with it. But I just hope Dune Awakening will be good. So yeah, you know what, sweetheart? No, it's the game that was supposed to be Star Citizen, and eventually it didn't, because that dream that Chris Roberts once had became a dream of, yeah, I actually like real ships, as in yachts and boats, and making millions of dollars is a lot better than just developing a game, so why even bother? So let's focus on ship sales, real money, real yachts. And that's good for him, but it's not great for us that we wanted a game that was not delivered and probably... Let's be honest, probably never will be delivered. I mean, I hope it does. I hope this is somewhat of a wake-up call and they get busy. But honestly, given what we've seen from CIG so far, I doubt that will be the case. I hope that one day they do deliver some of the things they promise, but I'm not holding my breath. Meantime, I'm playing Star Citizen, Starfield as soon as it's out, and Star Citizen until that moment. Once Starfield is out, that's what I'll probably be playing and doing content on. Starfield single player, and so it goes. Star Citizen MMO. No, it's actually not an MMO. It's not even a fully released game, dude. It's still in alpha phase, more of a tech demo. Being loyal to one specific video game is a bit strange. I might be that you've developed an unhealthy emotional connection to a fictional universe. You can totally just uninstall Star Citizen for a few months to play Starfield, reinstall Star Citizen once you're bored of Starfield. You could be away from Star Citizen for a year or two, and you're unlikely to miss anything. That's the point. Honestly, that's what I'll do. I'll play Starfield, and every once in a while check on Star Citizen to see if they actually bother doing anything, which usually it's not the case. Years later, there's not much there to see or anything at all. And so they insist on that. Oh, it's a single player? Starfield so far looks better than Star Citizen, says someone here. I really hope that a lot of people will drop Star Citizen and play Starfield, at least for a while. Yeah, I know this will probably not happen, and people will keep funding CIG indefinitely as soon as they see. Actually, no. Actually, it's very likely that a lot of people will drop Star Citizen and play Starfield instead. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a fully released game that has pretty much all of the things that Star Citizen talked about and never actually released. And so it could happen that a lot of people, transition over to Starfield as their go-to game. And it probably won't be the case that it will be funded indefinitely. That never, ever happens. Nothing ever survives indefinitely and is indefinitely funded. If anything, there's a good chance that they will try to squeeze every cent they can out of it and end up killing the game or the tech demo or whatever the heck, or the alpha. That's very likely to happen as something like Starfield takes up that place, like a Grand Theft Auto of space games, and everyone just plays that thing because it's so awesome. It will impact sales for sure, and if it impacts bad enough and they don't get their act together soon enough, it may go under. It may be sold and converted into something else. It happens all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if unfortunately that ends up happening. Unfortunately, because I have some emotional investment of some sort with Star Citizen. I want it to do well. I want Star Citizen to be great and fantastic, and at least a quarter of what they've talked about the game being one day. So if that ends up happening, I would be super happy about that. But I honestly don't think it's the case. It's been enough time that we know that it's unlikely to happen. It's an alpha, not a game. Star Citizen is multiplayer is comparable. I'm loyal to Chris Roberts. I'm glad what I see of Starfield video. It makes me forget all this and hope CIG will wake up with Squadron 42. There's probably no Squadron 42 at all. Sorry, it's trusted project since 2014, but after years of 2 years, it's polishing. Sorry, but it's normal to not trust them anymore. Of course, you would be a complete idiot if you did. You never heard of the phrase "in CR we trust" or some variation? It is quasi-religious for real. And someone was saying that if Starfield had released before they started playing Star Citizen, they probably wouldn't have played Star Citizen at all. Yeah, I feel the same way. Why would you get involved in a tech demo alpha that is selling you ships instead of actually developing the game if you have a truly fully released game that offers the same and so much more? Looks like a dumbed down version of No Man's Sky mixed with Fallout to me. So salty. Some of these, you can't dumb this down. No, it's neither No Man's Sky or Star Citizen has this, not even Fallout. But tell you what, it's awesome that Starfield is like Fallout and Skyrim, because I play those games with mods to this very day. Bouncing boobs for the win, something No Man's Sky and Star Citizen will never have. So true, so true. I mean, they're still playing, and that is why probably Starfield will kill Star Citizen, because of this. Because of the mods, because of that community, because these things have legacy. They stay forever. And with something like Starfield, where you have so many planets, I mean, there's no limit. You will keep on playing this thing forever. Just like you do with Skyrim, but only in the universe of what so many people wished Star Citizen was. And yeah, so it goes. My wayful waste, hygiene and shower feature done right. Yeah. So many things that make no sense. I'm not a fan of Elder Scrolls or Fallout games, but I did like Fallout 76 as it was fun with friends. If the Together team can mod and co-op support for Starfield, I will give it a go. Yeah, eventually you will have MMO and you will have multiplayer. For sure, you will have multiplayer, of course. Eventually, yes, you will. Feel free to play a game that has very little similarities to Star Citizen, except for having a space setting with spaceships and very big geologically active rocks. Star Citizen is multiplayer. No, it's not. Starfield is not. Well, it's not so far. Probably will be in the future, unlike Star Citizen, which is not even a game. Just for that reason alone, many of the people here won't play it, or at least not find the same joy with it as Star Citizen. That's the desperation of the cultists. That's the desperation of the White Knights. What did they say? Starfield was 25 years in the making? That's about 2 times as long as Star Citizen has been now. Give it time, and it will. And if this project is nothing for you, it's nothing for you. Okay. So bitter, so salty. Bye-bye. Have a nice day on Starfield. Good luck with a single-player game. It's a Bethesda game. It will have bugs. What if you wait for it to be out before saying something? Said by a FO series fan. Yeah. You get the point. So much salt. It is unbelievable. Squadron 42, you're too late. There's no Squadron 40, and yeah, piling the sandwich as we saw in the showcase, dude. It's don't do it, CIG. Mass Effect, Andromeda, Elite Dangerous, Odyssey, and now Starfield, Jetpack Combat. Don't do it, CIG. The Mandalorian is cool and all that, but please no. So people cannot avoid. I mean, this is the community. Starfield and the arcade experience, Starfield, and it's all Starfield in Star Citizen. How Star Citizen beats Starfield and other competitors. No, it does not. And the real reason why Star Citizen is better, it's desperation. They're literally having a mental breakdown, an emotional meltdown, because they cannot cope with why people are talking about Starfield these days. Stop it. Don't talk about it anymore. Can't take it. Oh, it is so good. Why people are talking. Are you afraid about something? Afraid people stop to fund CIG project? Don't leave. The game is almost done. It will release in 2 years. But hey, trust them, soon. Sarcasm isn't good for Spectrum, I guess. Keep founding this project. We've got lots of meme with it. Yeah. All joking aside, there's going to be a heck of a lot of people that, I mean, like myself, we played this game because of the ships. We play it till this day because of the ships. The ships are awesome. There's nothing like that, but someone took note of that. A certain guy called Todd Howard, he said, I like this. I like the idea of a space simulator thing, universe, RPG, many planets, and so on. And he went and did it. Good old Todd Howard went and did what Chris Roberts has been just talking about for so many years. Chris Roberts realized he could make money by selling ships in alpha that he never plans on finishing. And on the other side of this spectrum, you have a guy that is known for making some of the best video games ever, and he decided to make Skyrim in space combined with No Man's Sky, the best elements of Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous, all rolled into some awesome Bethesda game. And he did it. And it's great. But this means that a lot of people will choose to not play this anymore. Will it mean that it goes bankrupt? Maybe. Who knows? Will it mean that they finally get their shit together and actually develop the game? I doubt it. I hope so. I mean, I really do hope so. Because I would love to have, like, in 5 years, something to actually enjoy and go exploring and have an actual game. But nothing says I will. There's nothing showing us that this is going in that direction. The only thing we see is ship release after ship sale and new ship sales and the same old bullshit year after year. So we can hope all we want. That doesn't mean it will happen. If anything, the more eyes and players Starfield gets and the less people are interested in, oh, look at the cool spaceships in Star Citizen, yeah, it's likely to end up suffering in those finances and maybe eventually get sold. And yeah, that will be tough. That will be a hard experience for some of the people that are so emotionally invested beyond what you would expect from just a game that you like playing. Anyway, that's what you have right now in Spectrum. People are losing their freaking minds. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions if you have any. Take care. See you next time.